We are marching towards this new world, and today we have the proof in the damn pudding that is actually taking place as we speak, guys. Change is occurring. First things first, from Mr. Intuitive. Remember that FUD? Quote, Ripple is abandoning and moving away from XRP, end quote, right? But we see Brad Garlinghouse wearing what? XRP socks, guys, during the Mainnet 2023 event that's currently taking place. I think it's a 2-day event, guys, right? But I wonder what they were talking about over there. I'm pretty sure there are videos, but check this out. I think one day David Schwartz stated, we don't use our XRP as a bank account, but as a strategic weapon. This is very fascinating, right? Remember, David Schwartz is playing what? 5-dimensional checkers, okay? So he's planning out ahead of what's really going to occur in the future, guys, right? How are they going to use XRP? We told you. He just stated it, guys, right? From a while back ago, David Schwartz did, as a strategic weapon. Interesting. Doesn't that mean they're going to be using XRP as to their advantage? Such as, if a scenario of the financial meltdown were to occur, then they could introduce XRP. While Ripple's tweeting out, 9 out of 10 central banks are actively exploring CBDCs, and Juniper Research predicts CBDC payments could reach $213 billion by 2030. With global adoption on the rise, learn how CBDCs are poised to reshape the global banking system. This is Ripple, guys. Let's breathe, okay? This is Ripple tweeting this out. A lot of talks about CBDCs here, okay? So today's video is all about CBDCs and whatnot, guys. A new financial system, basically. This is where the world is heading towards, guys. Even Swift tweeted out the other day, we are teaming up with Visa on a new collaboration to enhance the transparency, speed, and security of cross-border payments. Collaborations like this provide more choice for financial institutions and their customers, and reflect our commitment to keeping the world connected seamlessly and securely. Isn't this crazy? Working with Visa to break down barriers in cross-border payments. Again, either Swift has to adopt, innovate, and be comfortable with this new world that everyone is entering into. If it's not, they'll die away, guys. Don't let anyone tell you banks are not using XRP. That's a bold lie. XRP is being used on a small scale. That's why there's no massive pumps. Ripple introduction. Ripple's a technology. Okay, Ripple's one of the only blockchain companies with actual customers using its products on a commercial basis. Check this out, guys. That's all we needed to know. Why? The rest of the projects and cryptocurrencies within the cryptosphere, they're all just bogus, right? They're just all fraud, scams. Not all of them, but majority of these S coins and meme coins, right? Projects. Binance is on the verge of death as well, right? So whichever project has real world customers and solving real world problems are going to make it into that new world. Such as, this is just my belief, XRP, right? Now, I don't know which other cryptocurrencies will, guys, because I haven't done research to those on those other cryptocurrencies. With over approximately 300 customers as of date of this letter, Ripple software products allow financial institutions to send money globally on a real-time basis at a fraction of the cost of traditional services available to market participants. This is how we know we are entering this new world. CBDC is a new chapter in global banking, right? The banking system will change, guys. There's a shift occurring as we speak, and Ripple's telling us this, right? Global banking. Remember, whoever controls the money supply, the system within the money, controls you and we and the people. Okay? Who does? The banks, guys. It's all about the damn banks. They are the government. The government isn't who you see today, right? There is one behind the scenes that are what? These central bankers, right? And who controls them? Who knows? The emergence of blockchain technology coupled with real-world use cases and the dramatic freefall in global cash usage has led to a surge in CBDC research and development today. Again, they just told you the use of cash is declining, right? Why? 2020. Not to mention everything's heading towards this new type of technological world, right? Obviously, they can't do it. They have to gradually, then suddenly introduce the new system. Whichever. This is how it works, guys. Let's say back in the 1900s, they introduced what? CBDCs. That wouldn't have been possible because people's mind couldn't comprehend that type of technology, right? So they have to gradually get there, and at one point in time, it's going to shift, guys, right? A sudden change, such as free energy, for example. 9 out of 10 central banks are actively exploring CBDCs, right? 9 out of 10 central banks, guys, 90% of the world, right, within these nations and countries are going to introduce a CBDC at one point in time, right? As soon as one does, the rest have to, guys, especially if there's a crisis that were to occur, right? Immediately, they're going to, it's the funniest thing in my life, guys, they're going to introduce it like never before. More than 90% of the reports surveyed participants and digital assets like CBDC will have a significant or massive impact on business, finance, and society in the next 3 years. 3 years, 2026. By 2026, over 80% of those financial leaders surveyed are likely to begin using crypto, stablecoins, and or CBDCs in their businesses within the next 3 years, guys. They love this next 3 years portion, right? 2026. Global adoption on the rise. So let's say 2026, they're talking about a lot about businesses, institutions, central bankers using cryptocurrency, stablecoins, and or CBDCs. How would they though? Well, there first needs to be a collapse, a financial meltdown. Then they could introduce this new technology, right? So 2026, if they're going to adopt it, right? 2025 is literally perhaps a collapse, right? Global adoption on the rise. Exactly. This is where the world tends towards, guys. Governments' use cases grow. Right? Governments, of course, they would love the CBDCs, wouldn't they, guys? Right? The future of CBDCs is certain. It's basically guaranteed. They're telling us tokenization will drive greater global innovation, guys. Everything will be tokenized. Everything will be tokenized. They can't do it all at once, as I stated before, because people's mind couldn't comprehend it, guys. Right? People need to be introduced slowly. Then there needs to be a sudden shift. Within that, during that sudden shift, guys, people will be forced, like what, sheep or a herd, pushed into that new world. We are in that same herd, guys, though, right? Except we are at the front of the herd, not behind or in the middle, guys. So it won't be squished. That's a good part, right? Which means we'll take advantage of this opportunity. Never financial advice. You guys can do whatever you do wish to. But it seems as this is for the longer term, guys, right? Expected usage is high in the near 80%. In the near future, 80+%. In-depth analysis. Dr. Jim, as he explains a unique perspective on XRP's role within the BRICS to corner central banks into a new currency. Check this out, right? And then we're going to be talking about how they're trying to ban CBDCs as well. It's about to get crazy, guys. Listen to this. If you guys can like this video, I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Is gonna be like an alternative gold solution. I believe the United States is going to go dragging, kicking, screaming, and killing. And they're not going to want the BRICS gold token, but they're going to accept the XRP. And they're going to tell the U.S. citizens that it's not gold backed, and they will lie. That's how XRP is going to be used. European nations will use it as a compromise. The United States might use it as a compromise. And wherever it gets used, you guys, it's not going to go away. It's going to grow and not go backwards. That's how it goes to $100, $200, and maybe $500. You're going to block SWIFT usage for trade settlement. We'll go to XRP as an alternative. XRP.
Wow. It's basically like what's a snowball effect, right? Think about it. Now, when we talk about how XRP will be the heart of that new financial system, Justin, United States Congressman's bill to ban the Federal Reserve from issuing a CBDC has passed the Financial Services Committee. You can't make this stuff up. It's time. So who's going to win? Is Ripple XRP going to win with the banks, right? If you're with the banks, you win, basically. Or will the people win? And there's a fight, right? Duality is occurring. They love this show, don't they? Wow. It's enjoy your popcorn.
This bill is simple. It halts the efforts of this administrative state under President Biden from issuing a financial surveillance tool that will undermine the American way of life. Unlike decentralized cryptocurrencies, a central bank digital currency is a digital form of sovereign currency that is designed and issued by a government and transacts on a digital ledger that is controlled by that government. In short, a central bank digital currency is a government-controlled, programmable money that, if not designed to emulate cash, could give the federal government the ability to surveil and restrict Americans' transactions. This is not just alarming, it's downright un-American. We've already seen examples of governments weaponizing their financial system against their citizens. In China, the Communist Party is using a central bank digital currency to track the spending habits of its citizens. The data is being used to create a social credit system that rewards or punishes people based on their behavior. Closer to home, in the Western Hemisphere in Canada, the Trudeau administration froze the bank accounts of individuals involved in the 2022 trucker protests. That might work in Canada, that doesn't work here. This appetite for financial surveillance may be gaining a stronghold, unfortunately, right here at home. The White House issued an executive order placing urgency on central bank digital currency research and development, and the agency reports to that executive order have made it clear that the Biden administration is not only itching to create a CBDC, but they are willing to trade Americans' right to financial privacy for a surveillance-style central bank digital currency. We're not going to let this happen. My bill ensures the United States digital currency policy is in the hands of the American people, not the administrative state, so that it reflects our American values of privacy, individual sovereignty, and free market competitiveness. American values. This is what the future global digital economy needs. If not open, permissionless, and private like cash, just like cash, a central bank digital currency is nothing more than a CSIS tool that can be weaponized to oppress the American way of life. If China embraces it, you know it's something worth standing against in this country. I'd like to welcome all of my colleagues on both sides of the aisle to support this bill, which protects innovation and defends against an ever-expanding government surveillance state. Thank you again, Chairman McHenry and Congressman Hill, for working with me on this legislation, and I yield back the balance of my time.
There we go. It always happens over there first, then it comes over here in some different type of manner. Now, the only issue here I see is they're trying to ban the Federal Reserve from issuing a CBDC and whatnot, but I think it's too late to really destroy the CBDC narrative or blockchain technology and any of that stuff, guys. It's because it already has begun. As soon as you set it on fire, guys, it gets stronger and stronger and stronger, right? That energy. So I think it's pretty much too late, right? Why? Because they introduced cryptocurrencies in the beginning of time. That's why.
Thank you.
If we didn't see a cryptocurrency and we knew about CBDCs beforehand, then it wouldn't have been too late, right? They have already made them and already used Fed now, right? They don't have it for consumers yet. Interesting. So much is happening, guys. So what do you guys think will happen in the future? Who's going to win? I think, honestly, it has already been guaranteed that we know. As you guys can see, Ripple, a new chapter in global banking, CBDCs. I think it's game over, to be honest. So we may as well take advantage of this beautiful opportunity that lays before us. Now, financial advice, let us see what happens in the future. What do you guys think of amazingness? See ya.